a guy could turn a girl out and make her delusional because she decides that the lifestyle he provided is the only lifestyle that she's willing to accept. And it's really only based by the materials and nothing to do with how she's actually treated. So now you have a girl who experiences a G Wagon, she experiences a jet, she experiences these trips, mansions, and all these different things, but he doesn't treat her right at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ends up in a dating pool because he was an asshole, right? And now the guy who drives a Civic is beneath her, but yet he'll treat her better than the G Wagon guy.
Why
And
do you
then
just play me like this?
That was the call.
and then
even say
what
this.
happens is the dating pool is trash. The dating pool gets the blame. And it's like, no,
You want
you're
to
just being
defend
delusional.
yourself?
But here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie. Just like how you said before, money can make a woman really have some type of happiness, even despite how he is to you.
Yeah.
Right? You can find something to be happy with a man with money, right? But the problem that ends up happening is you're never fulfilled. You may be happy, but you're never fulfilled.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick? I think for women in general, I think it's also because of thinking longevity wise. Like, I always have my future in mind, or when I'm dating, I always have my children, my future children. I always have those things in mind. We ain't thinking about y'all for real. We think about, okay, when I have kids, can my kids go to private school? Can my kids be provided for properly? Can my kids have a nice room? I want to paint it like this and put this right here. Like, sometimes as a woman, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm thinking of longevity, and I'm thinking of what the man can bring to my life when. Okay, say I'm a woman that's like, all right, I may have my shit together and I want someone that can at least like do what I plan to do for my child and more. Honestly, you always want more, men or women. You want more.
No, I agree, but the problem that happens is it's like, okay, yeah, and I listen, I'm not saying, hey, you can't look at it from a smart aspect and saying, well, if this person can possess the ability to possess these different types of materials that cost X, Y, and Z, he can be able to potentially afford a future because he has the money now. But we also always got to keep in mind a lot of people lose money all the time.
Absolutely.
And then on the top, on the other end of the spectrum, is like, and when you have that mindset, in my personal opinion, you can then taint your child's mindset when it comes to character. Because just because this person has good money or money doesn't mean he can teach this person how to be a good man or teach that woman how to be
Right.
I've seen
a
that as
good
well.
woman
Right.
as a father or mother, whoever that person is. So now when we put too much pressure and too much importance on having the money, we're now taking away what it is to actually create a good person with that person.
Absolutely.
And that's what we got to really think longevity wise. Because I see a lot of girls crying and they're like, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say no names, but there's girls crying like, yeah, my guy is rich, but he's never here for the kid.
Right.
So now the kid is suffering.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, cool. Yeah, he could go to a private school. Yeah, he could do all this or she could do all that. But guess what? They still don't have a father. You know what I'm saying? Or a mother or whomever.
Have
And at the end
resentment.
of the day, that person could grow up and be another terror. They're just a rich terror.
Right.
And it's just an ongoing cycle. So we really got to start honing in on who's a good person. And then how can we help this person become their potential? How can we contribute to that, I should say, because they're in the control of that.
That's why I said that billionaire thing. I know it sounds crazy, and sometimes I hate like going off about this because then people misunderstand me and they're like, "Oh, she's okay with a man just not having any money or being
No.
broke or being a bum." I just when you really start to like work on yourself and you realize like what life is truly about, money is a resource. We all need it. I'm not ever going to make it seem like I don't want a man that makes a certain amount of money so that we are comfortable, so that we can have certain luxuries of life, so that we're not living check to check, so that we can't give our kids certain things. But I need to be able to feel, like you said, fulfilled. I need to be able to feel like I actually have a partner and I'm just not in a financial relationship. I can be in a financial relationship with a bank. I could be in a financial relationship with a lender. I don't need to actually share a house with you and share a bed with you and share my life with you and my family with you. I don't need to do all of that if the only thing you can provide is money. It's just not enough. It's because money would never be enough for me. If I just said, oh, I just want to make this amount of money in my life and that's my only goal, I feel like you're a shell of a person. Like I need to feel fulfilled in my life. That's why we all, I think, are here with purpose beyond bread. Like, yes, is Jay-Z a billionaire? Not to keep bringing him up, but is he a billionaire? Of course. But he has a great amount of purpose here. And so once you get to a certain level with money, it's like, all right, cool, you got that. So what else can you offer? What else can you bring to the table? I think we've all met rich jerks. We've all met really wealthy people who are assholes. And you're like, ew, like, I don't want to come to your house. I don't want to party with you. So I'm most certainly not going to lay down with you or have a baby with you unless it's just, again, you're like an ATM. You're just a financial transaction. And I'm not sharing my life with you. I'm not even giving life for you if that's all you can bring to the table. I can't do it. So, and this is as a person, I don't have $1 million, just so y'all know. I would love $1 million. Okay. Yeah. But I need more than that. The currency of who you are as a person is more valuable.
Right.
I have a question. If we're talking about like the currency of who you are as a person, what do we tell the audience? How do you get over that first hurdle of they don't look like this? They don't have this much money. They don't dress a certain way. They don't have a certain car. They don't meet some of those boxes that you think are necessary for you to, pursue something with them. So what would y'all tell? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what to tell people. All I can say is be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really know what that means. They need a list. Being real with yourself means X. It means Y. It means 1. It means 2. It means 3. But what information can we give like the audience in saying like, yo, if you keep hitting that wall, this is the first hurdle you need to get over so that you can find somebody who is good for here, who has the currency as a person that you said, who has that type of character and that type of currency.
I mean, I'm happy to answer. I think that, like you said, you got to get real with yourself, right? Like, I am a big proponent of get what you want, but asterisk, like, get what you want, be reasonable, don't be delusional, but also really prioritizing, like, write your list down, really look at your list. If your list is filled with an extreme amount of superficial things, listen, we're human beings, right? We're fleshy. We like to be attracted to people. So don't subject yourself to like, well, he's a good man, Savannah, but I don't want to kiss him and I don't want to have sex with him. He's still not the one, okay? He is still not the guy because you require physical attraction. So be realistic about your list. If your list is extremely excessive, if it has like more than 30, 40 things on it, it's like, think about you. What would you want? If someone came to you and gave you a list of 50 things and you're like, damn, I only got 25, but I'm decent, I'm still a good. If that's your vibe, then understand that may also be their vibe, right? Like they don't possess all 50 of the things you want. If I could just type in a computer, yeah, he would be amazing, right? He no misses, like none whatsoever. Bow-legged, 6'4", love the Lord, all the things, but that's just, it's not always realistic. So I'm not saying settle, because I don't want to confuse that message. I'm not saying settle, but it is really getting an understanding of who you are. And like I said earlier, be the person that you want, right? And be realistic about what that looks like. Your environment plays a part. I just watched somebody say recently, like, she moved away. She moved to a different country in the pursuit of love. Because yes, she had worked on herself. Yes, she had given all these different people opportunities, but she felt like within my geography, he's not here. And she moved and she met her husband within 6 months of that move. And if you say you want something,
that's what be blowing my mind.
What happened?
Nothing.
Well, I said America's trashy, but I love him.
No, we just talking shit about you over here.
Yeah, I think you have to try some things. I think you got to be realistic about switching up your angle, but also like don't take too many shorts, right? Because too many shorts creates resentment.